Hola, my friend. I'm Melissa V. Cartwright, and welcome to the Passionate Performer Podcast. You have a voice that deserves to be heard. And you also deserve to have a performance career where you don't feel like you're sacrificing who you are to meet the demands of the industry. I'm a Latin singer-songwriter, actress, and voice coach with 25 years of experience. And so I get it. I understand the grind, the joys, the ups and downs, and everything in between. We cannot keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. So we are here to help you problem solve those challenges, figure out why we're feeling the way we do, and give you the next right step. We are not here to mess around. We are ready to take action. Let's go. My friend, mi amigo, how are you? I'm so thankful that you hit play on this and you're joining me to help us tackle what I call a limiting belief. That is fancy talk for thoughts that get in the way of helping us accomplish what it is we're wanting to do. This question of, am I legit? I don't have any music out there on Spotify, iTunes, whatever music servicing platform you listen to. I don't have anything that I've pumped out of a studio yet. Am I considered legit in terms of booking gigs and all the things? Let's tackle this, shall we? I could just say, of course you're legit. And that would be the end of the episode in bada bing, bada boom. But that would not be helpful. All right. So why are we feeling this way? Okay. I get it. It's easy to be like, hey, look what I did. And as a result of that audio product, it's almost like a show and tell. It's a marketing tool to show people, this is what I do. Want to book me? And I know I'm being trite about that, but we're in familia. We're having a proverbial cafecito right now. So it'd be like, yeah, show and tell. Look at me. Look at me. This is what I can do as an artist. And I bet that you are flooded with either friends of yours, other artists that you admire or aspire to be like, and you are seeing them just pump their social media feeds with snippets of their recorded music. You're actually listening to them on your playlists. And so you're thinking, no wonder you're thinking, ooh, am I, tiki-tuku-taka, right? So I don't blame you for thinking that is something that I wrestle with too. I have over 25 years of performance experience and I have recorded other people's music. I've been on their things, whether it was recording a jingle for a radio station, a television commercial, a recorded choir project that I did back in college. I'm just now at almost 45, really dedicating myself to my own music. So listen, I get it. I get why we're wrestling with that limiting belief, why we're wrestling with that feeling almost like imposter syndrome. I'm out here, I'm performing, or maybe I want to do it more, or I want to do it in a different capacity, but am I good enough? And is this the only thing holding me back? So I don't say that to be like, why are you thinking that? I say that to be like, I know, I understand how that feels. And when you're at these performances, you probably hear the artist plugging their song. If there's a song that they sang live and you loved it, you want to be able to go find where to continue consuming it, right? Where you want to continue listening to it and enjoying it. And you wish that you had something to offer your audiences as well so that they could continue enjoying you, okay? So, are you ready? Here's what we're going to do. I want to offer a short story, though, that will also give us some light bulb moments into what can be done. I was booked for a television appearance to promote a cabaret that I'm doing. It's my own story. I've pieced together different songs from different artists. In fact, if you live in the 757, I'll link the show in the notes. But the point is that they wanted 2 original songs, one that I was going to perform live because it was a little bit more on the ballady side, and one very upbeat song that this whole show is built around. It's a salsa song, okay? Salsa pop, maybe even a little reggaeton. I was not going to play that live by myself on the piano, although I could with some rhythm tracks. I knew that I wanted a solid recording that I could sing along to and dance, right, for this TV appearance. I knew that I wanted to do this anyway. So I'd actually been contacting different recording studios in my area, even though I've done like demos and stuff for some of my private clients that I work with, songwriters, and even for myself. I was like, I have something. I've got good bones on something on this structure. Let me see if I could get an actual house band and pay for it and do the thing, or give them what I made and have them mix it. So 2 studios said, sorry, but we don't have the musicians for this style of music. And I knew I wasn't going to have a quick turnaround to send the track off to them, for them to mix it, to get it back to me. I even had one other person say, oh, I'll do it pro bono for free. And then they left me hanging. So I was like, this is a beautiful opportunity, not just for me to promote the show, but also for people to know me in this particular area where I live as an artist, right? I have my voice teaching studio, which I'm so grateful for. But this year for me personally has really been about really going after this more as a performer. And so I was like, I'm going to do that TV appearance. Let me see what I can do with my own demo just to clean it up. Can I sit here and tell you that I was 100% happy with that demo? No. Did it do the job? Abso-freaking-lutely. Because you know why? I performed the hell out of that song. I had fun. It's a celebratory song. And nobody said anything about the sound quality or anything. I could have easily sent that track to the production team at that television network, and they could have said, you know what? Do you have something else? They didn't do that. And they had ample time to tell me whether something was going to work or not. So whatever limiting belief that I had in my brain about that track, they could have easily confirmed that for me. But no, not only was it good enough, I executed it very well. And let me just throw another little story on top of that. We had about a foot of snowfall here in the coastal Virginia area, which is very abnormal for us. This happened the day before I was supposed to travel down to the studio to do a live performance. Thankfully, we compromised. I was able to pre-record the performance here in my studio. So imagine, I'm thinking, oh boy, now not only do I have a demo track that I'm singing along to, now I've got to do a whole video production that's supposed to be like quality grade for a live studio show. And so we just did the interview portion live. And they were like, cool, yeah, that totally works. Hey, thanks. Yep, those were great. Fantastic. And I'm sitting here going, okay, we did the damn thing. You know what else happened? Not only was it a fabulous performance, it was a marketing tool for me to connect more with people close to where I live. And I thought that was just going to be the end of it. Thanks so much from the producer. Thanks for coming. Awesome. Within 30 minutes of the show ending, I had an invitation from the producer to come back and do it again with no snow. They want me in the studio to perform again on this television show. What would have happened if I would have stayed stuck in this mindset of, it's just a demo. It's just a homegrown demo. It's not going to be good enough. I better not do it. That would have been no. What are you thinking? So I share that story with you because, my love, chances are, even if it is a piano cut that someone has recorded for you on GarageBand or whatever recording software that comes with your computer, it even comes on your phone, and it gets the job done and it showcases you, doesn't distract or detract from what you're doing and what you bring to it as the singer, why wouldn't you use that? Okay? So yes, use what you have. Bring a buddy. Chances are, I know you know a guitar player. I know you know a piano player. You've got friends. You've got connections to be able to help you perform. Now, I say that because that can be used for any invitation to go do an open mic, where people are taking buskers. A lot of spring and summer festivals coming up will do that. Hey, we maybe can't pay you to perform, especially if you're someone just starting out, but we'll take busking. And busking means you're paying for tips. You never know what you might rack up, right? If you just put yourself out there. I had a beautiful teen student who did this for a local spring festival. All they asked for was 30 minutes. 30 minutes was about 5 to 6 songs. She did it with karaoke tracks and with a piano track that I created for her. She made some good money, okay, busking at this opportunity. So I hope you're hearing that there are no excuses. There are no excuses. You can use what you have as long as you show up with excellence. Sharpen those vocals. Work on your stage presence. People will not remember that you sang a piano stripped down cover of Good Luck Babe. They're going to remember how you made them feel when you sang that cover of Good Luck Babe. See where I'm going? You are the secret sauce to that performance. That's one thing you can think about when you think of the resources that you have. And let me tell you something. The most powerful tool you have, if you are not already doing this, today is the day to start doing this. Maximize online singing. If you have a social media account, but you say you hate social media, I hear ya. Oh, because there are many times I'm like, if I did not have to do this for my business. Sometimes we just want to run and hide. But let's say you're not super active. Why don't you just use that as a digital billboard? For instance, you don't have a demo ready or you don't have a single released or music on any streaming platform right now to point people to. But if you're performing, let's go back to that awesome cover of Good Luck Babe that you're doing. If you're doing that live and you've already put that up on social media or on a YouTube channel, you can always point them to that. When you share in front of a live audience, tell them where to find you. Include those social handles. When they go there, they're going to be able to relive what they enjoyed with you when they saw you performing live. Right now, in your brain, you're going like, I've got to get a fancy mic. I've got to update my phone. So much about social media right now is just show up as you are. Then that's exactly what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to show up as you are, hit record, give us 15, 30 seconds of that cover that you do so well. Throw it up on your socials. Boom. You have a piece of marketing material that you can use as an artist. Now, if working through video performances, online performances, self-tapes gives you the heebie-jeebies or el tucu-tucu, like my grandmother would say, I actually have a whole module on how to master your online performances inside of our Passionate Performer program that'll show you the tech side of some resources that you can use and how to work through the marketing mindset of taking advantage of this platform to show us what you can do. Another quick story, I'd say about 3 or 4 years ago, is when I really started gigging again in terms of working local restaurants or being invited to do local concerts. Here in coastal Virginia, that first one I got came because I shared a video of me singing on my Instagram. They found me, they found that performance, and they said, this is exactly what we want to do at our restaurant. Can you come do 2 hours worth of music? Tell us what your rates are. Let's meet. Taka, tuka, taka. And the rest is history. I've been doing it ever since then. And I will have to say that even some of the gigs I've had earlier this year, the bookings from brand new people, when I tell them, how'd you hear about me? They say, oh, I saw you on your social media. I know that it feels like we're just like a little teeny tiny dot sometimes in the microcosm of the social media universe. But remain faithful. Just keep showing up. That doesn't mean every day unless you just want to do it. This is why I go back to a mindset issue. We look at other people, we think that they're so fancy schmancy, and maybe they do have all sorts of resources at their disposal. But I can guarantee if you took a moment to go back and Google Taylor Swift's first concert, Chappell Roan's first concert, John Legend's first concert. If there's footage out there, which there probably is, you're gonna find some scrappy performances. Scrappy meaning low video quality, minimal instrument, but excellent execution. Excellent execution. That means investing in your vocal training, right? And really embracing the nuances of your sounds that you bring to that particular song, whether it's a cover or an original. How do you visually communicate with your audience? How do you talk to them? Like when you introduce yourself, you set the song up, what are you saying before and after? People will remember the way you make them feel, whether they watch you online or they get to experience you live and in person. Then, when you are ready to make the financial investment, the time investment, there are people out there that want to help you. Whether it's a friend of a friend who works out of their basement with their equipment, whether it's a program that teaches you how to record and produce your own music, or you are financially vested enough to go ahead and get inside a studio, pump out that demo, talk to those producers about financial plans and rates and all sorts of ideas. People, and I want to believe that people really do mean well. I'm going to make gracious assumptions about them, as Brené Brown would say. They want to help artists thrive while also making money, right? With their recording businesses. So you can find some really cool partnerships, opportunities. If you are on Facebook, there are Facebook groups in your local area dedicated to live musicians. You can partner there. There's also online communities and courses and all sorts of stuff. But we're not going to leave this episode saying anymore, I'm not legit because I don't have a recording, or I don't work with a producer, or insert whatever, my love. No more excuses. You are a legit artist. I am cheering you on. If you have any questions about this episode, if you want to get nosy and learn more about the ins and outs of how I've gotten booked and how the rest of the show is going, feel free to reach out too. I'm going to be spilling some more tea here on the podcast as well. So much of what we have chosen to do, what we feel called to do as performers, feels like a grind, feels like a hustle. I don't want you to lose yourself in the process of making music, singing in front of an audience, however you choose to do that, because you deserve to do it with joy and with freedom. You got this. If you got any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. All the links are in the show notes, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. The cabaret is next week. Mama's going to take a little bit of a break, getting ready for that big day. And then I cannot wait to come back with our first guest. Nos vemos. Hasta la próxima.